Howdy, my name is Ann McCarthy. I'm a product wrangler working for Automatic, and I'm on the WordPress 6.5 release squad. I'm here to talk about some new powerful views that are coming to the site editor in WordPress 6.5, which is set to be released on March 26, 2024. These views, as you'll soon see, showcase an early look at overlapping work around two Phase 3 efforts, the WP admin redesign and workflows. At a high level, this work makes exploring and filtering various pieces of content from patterns to pages as easy or complex as you want it to be. Basically, it gives you control and flexibility. Let's take a look. We're going to go through each section that's stabilized for this release. You'll notice some similarities between them. To start, we're going to go into templates, and we're going to select Manage All Templates to get this new view. Here we have it. So you'll see this is the table view. I can then go in and change what I want to show or hide. So for example, I can include a preview, which is pretty nifty. I can also go in and hide a bunch of stuff. So let's say I want it really pared down. I just want to see the template names, whether there's some revisions, resets, delete, all that good stuff. I can also change how many are shown per page. I can also change what I want to sort by, ascending, descending, all that good stuff. Same with author. I can also change the layout. So this is one of my favorite things. I really like seeing the different layouts. And again, I can change what's shown in terms of descriptions. So let's say I turn off descriptions and I want to show authors. I can do that as well. There's also the ability to bulk edit. So you'll see these bulk edit items here. I can select all, reset, delete, and this shows how many I can actually reset, how many I can delete. I can deselect them. I can then search here for whatever I want to find. So in this case, I have a custom one called Color Forward. I can start typing, you'll see it appear here. I can reset that. I can then add in additional filters. Right now, this is pretty simple. So we have things that are provided by the theme, and then by my account, my admin account. So you can see here. This then shows how you can bulk select here. So I can edit 3 items, delete all 3 of these, or keep them as is. I can also go through and see at a glance some default looking filters. So this sets, using what's called like a primary filter API, a default filter that you can view. Now in the future, and this is where we get into workflows and Phase 3, you can imagine creating your own view, and this being really helpful in templates or patterns or pages. Let's say you have a bunch of pages you want to review or posts you want to review. You could go in and add your own filter here. That is not a part of 6.5, but I did just want to mention it. So in different sections, you'll see these default options listed. Now let's go back, and we're going to go into patterns. So you'll see patterns has the same experience. At default, you can once more sort by different items. So ascending, descending, and see a change. This automatically defaults to the grid view. You can see sync status, displayed or not displayed. Same with items per page. You can change this around and you'll see a nice little pagination at the bottom. Similar to before, there is a default filter added in, so you can have synced or not synced and see these at a glance. This is to help with compatibility for what was available in the last release of WordPress, showing this. So let's reset these. You can also, as before, search as you'd like here, and there are options to bulk select, specifically when you're on your own patterns that you can bulk select and delete. So in this case, I could delete these. Next up, we're just going to manage all template parts. So once more, similar layout as before. You can change to grid, change back to table, show different items. I'm not going to go super in detail here as it matches the experience as before with templates. Finally, last up, we have pages. So again, you'll go to manage all pages and you'll be presented with this section. So once more, you can show different views, you can bulk edit things, you can select them with these checkboxes. Pretty nifty. Same with fields, you'll see a date field as well. So let's have all those shown. We'll do sort by, let's sort by title ascending. Sweet. Makes it easy to look through. You can then once more add a filter based on author. So in this case, I have 2 different authors on the site. You can also change things like is not in search as well. We'll reset that. Similar to before, there is also some default options shown. So in this case, we have a draft section and we have trash, giving you an easy look at some obvious things that you might want to look at. But again, you can imagine in the future with workflows having a custom filter, maybe for add filter, status, pending review, and then maybe add filter for, pending review for me. So maybe we'll do admin. So you can imagine in the future setting this, being able to save this custom view and having it accessible here, having it as the default experience. So this is, again, not what's coming to 6.5 necessarily, but just a glimpse about how what is landing in 6.5 will impact and guide phase 3 development. So we'll go back out here and we'll return to templates, manage all templates, just so we can I'm going to show you my favorite view where we just have grid. This is kind of where I've started messing around with things. Never really want the descriptions. I like to just have a couple of them. And I like to sort by ascending, which is already doing. So for any developers, if you're watching this and you want to get your hands on these APIs, this work isn't yet extensible, but it's very much at the heart of the approach, to quote Riyadh, who is one of the developers driving this work forward. So while extensibility is not coming in 6.5, it is planned for the future. So expect this to be opened up and know that feedback is welcomed now. You might wonder why this is just available in the site editor. And this is intentional because it allows for iteration and exploration before considering how best to expand to other parts of the WordPress experience. This includes the site editor itself. For example, let's say we'll go to styles and we'll open up revisions. You can imagine revisions might need, if they get really cumbersome, they might need their own data views where you could filter by different things and filter by different changes. Same with the font library. That's another great example where we might want to see the font library adopt this kind of filter. So there's lots to consider and lots to come. I hope you enjoyed this early look. And if you want to dive in yourself, I left a playground link in the description that creates a 6.5 beta 1 site for you to explore using this exact setup that I made for this YouTube video. So I hope you check it out. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Happy WordPressing.